Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Giving God all the glory. Welcome to the 5-Minute Facebook Ministry. My name is Anthony Daniels. Today we're coming out of the book of Luke, the 3rd chapter and the 9th verse. That's Luke 3 and 9. And it reads out of the King James Version. And now also the axe is laid unto the root of the trees. Every tree, therefore, which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. And now also the axe is laid unto the root of the trees. Every tree, therefore, which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Now again, these are the words of John the Baptist. And John is out preaching. And he's saying that even now, and that was 2,000 years ago, the axe is being laid at the root of the trees. That axe is the judgment of God. That axe is the judgment of God. It's a spiritual axe that represents the judgment of God. It's laid into the root of the trees, and that is the root of man. And that root from your heart. So you are the tree. We are the trees. And judgment is the axe. And it is laid at the root of the tree. And those roots come from our hearts, because our hearts tell us where we are with God. Our hearts define where we are with God. And it says, every tree, therefore, which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down or cut down and cast into the fire. So every tree or every person which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down. So how do we bring forth good fruit? Our heart has to be good. Our heart has to be good. And when I say our heart has to be good, our heart has to be full of the love of Christ, the love of God. Okay? It can't be good deeds. So a lot of people think that because they do good deeds, that they will not be cut down and cast into the fire. Because they're doing good deeds. They're blessing people. They're doing nice things for people. They're going to church, but they don't have the love of God in their heart. They don't love God truly in their hearts. You can tell someone who loves God because they always love God no matter where they are. They don't just love God when they're in church. They don't just love God when they're around other people who love God. They love God wherever they are, and they want everyone to know how they love God. They want everyone to know how they love God. So, if you are one of those people that do the things that you know you should be doing, and you only do them around Christian folks, you only do them around when you know you're around certain type of people, but when you're around other people of the world, you're of the world, you are probably one of those trees that's going to get cut down. We need to bring ourselves into righteousness with God. And that's 24/7 righteousness with God. That's not part-time righteousness. Because then our heart is not sowing good things. Good fruit is not coming out of our heart. Good fruit, we're not rooted in righteousness. Therefore, we're not bearing good fruit. Good fruit is not going to church. Good fruit is not giving to charity. Good fruit is not helping out your fellow man. Good fruit comes from God. And then when you have the love of God, those same things that you're doing are not considered good fruit. They're not good fruit in and of itself. It's not good fruit in and of itself. It never ripens to good fruit. It's like if you get an apple off a tree before it's ripe. That's your Christianity without God's love. It's like an apple. It's sour. It's not sweet yet. You want to wait till that apple has sat there and all of God's love is poured into it. And it's nice and juicy and red. And it's still firm. And it's sweet. That's good fruit. It takes God's love to turn our fruit into good fruit. Otherwise, it's just fruit. It may look like good fruit. It may smell like good fruit. It may taste like good fruit. But it's not good fruit. It's empty fruit. It's empty works. It's empty works. We have to sprinkle on the love of God. And that love comes from us loving and trusting God. That's how we get that sprinkle of God's love that turns our fruit into good fruit. Not look like, not taste like, but be good fruit. So let's take the time to make sure that we are being with God from the heart, And once we do that, we know that we are sowing forth good fruit. And we will not be honed down by the axe, nor will we be cast into the fire. Hey, that's all the time that I have. Hey, God bless you. God loves you, and I love you too. Have a great day.